Desmond Scott, and he was the second lieutenant and the son of Robert Alexander Scott and Emily Margarita Scott. Went to Cheltenham College, and his regiment was Royal Field Artillery. Left school at the age of 19 and went to war for his country, and he died on the 25th of August 1916. Sorry, 25th of October.
So New Zealand left school when he perished.
Yeah. Yeah, a boy, just a boy. Royal Garrison Artillery there. And Tracy pointed one out here. Oh, there you go, there's the South Wales Borderers. Gone but not forgotten. And there's another one at the back there, South Wales Borderers. Anybody's watched the film Zulu, don't know the South Wales Borderers. And there, look. I'm not sure how the pronunciation, but WW1 New Zealander Maori Battalion, 1st October 1916, and look at that, what somebody's obviously brought out. That's fantastic. And right next to him, New Zealander again, Machine Gun Corps. And right next to him, he's got some medics. It's a massive, just this tiny row here is a national mixed bag, because you've got New Zealanders here, Medical Corps there, which I presume are British, Border Regiment there, with a name like Kelly, could well be Irish or Scottish, I'm not sure there. And then you've got a South African Heavy Artillery, Sussex Regiment, Canterbury Regiment, and then behind him he's got Scotsmen behind him, Staffordshire, Manchester, Gloucestershire over in the corner directly behind him, and then a Staffordshire one there, because you can see there, look, you've got the Staffordshire knot on there. So it's surrounded by all good people. Behind me here you've got the graves of 9 soldiers here. Now these were all killed in Mametz Wood, which is just up there, and they were killed 5th of August, 2 of them, and the rest of them were killed on the 7th of August, all in the Rifle Brigade and King's Royal Rifle Corps. But unfortunately during the engagement the graves got destroyed, probably by artillery, and it looks like the soldiers later mustered what they could and brought any remains and repatriated them into the Flatiron Cemetery here. Yeah. Just a few miles away from Mametz is the Loch Nagar crater, and this was detonated on the 1st of July 1916 at 7:28. The village is La Boisselle, which is down there. It was the 34th Division, 101st Brigade, and it was the Tyneside Scottish and the 103rd Brigade and the Tyneside Irish, so there was a good mixture of the border regiments there. So without further ado, I'll let you look into Loch Nagar. Isn't that absolutely amazing? killed 6,000. Along these here, the walkway, the small plaques here, people have paid to have the names. Some of them were actually killed. 1st July 1916, the 1 Battalion Border Regiment, Private J. Rowe. But people have used them as a method of remembrance. And the names go all the way round. And this is the Somme. I think it's quite an unforgiving landscape. This is the other side of the crater, and then you can look down and you can see it there with the people over the other side. It gives you a little bit of perspective as well. This is quite interesting because we're looking at the Lincolnshire regiments, and of course the Grimsby Chums, Lincolnshire Regiment. Now our next, there's another little memorial down here which I'm just going to have a quick look at. But one of our next stops is to commemorate someone from the 2nd Lincolnshire Battalion. That had been Private Rowland, which is my stepfather's great uncle. That's to everybody who served in the Great War. It's nice, isn't it? Dedicated to the valiant women of all nations who served in the war. And these are, let me just get down so I don't disturb some of these too much. Remembering the nurses, the sacrifice of women, and what's quite nice is even though this is absolutely heart-wrenching, but they've this has been dedicated, and it was donated by Wenches in Trenches. And there's some coins there which look like the commemorative coins. Yeah, it's got the Queen's head on. Canada, Canadian coin there, look. And this one is a, yeah, it's also Canadian, and it's got the poppy on it there. And this last one here, again a Canadian coin there, with the poppy in the centre of it. Tracy's just pointed out there, just looked at this. So there it shows you, well, it's just explaining there that the line of the tunnel went out that way, straight out there. And it was 17 metres deep, and it was 274 metres long, and it was started on the 11th of November 1915, and it was nicknamed Lochnagar Street. There's some more information here, I think, as well. Let's just extend this so that people don't have to look at my mug. Yeah, British front line, 150 to 200 metres in that direction. So where that car is parked there, that's the front line. Maybe just a tiny bit beyond it, but not far off there. This is, I've always wanted to visit this. I think it's because of its geographical nature. Because of the war, you know. That is incredible. Okay, when we were in Mamet's Wood, we found this here, and that's it's like a grenade that gets launched from a rifle. They were very dangerous in their time, so we've just had someone examine it for us because we weren't sure if it was safe or not, and he said find a patch of water. Find a patch of water to put it in. So we've done that. We've just located, there's a river up here, and he says that's the best place for it to go, is in a river, because it'll break down and it's very unlikely that someone will come across it while they're farming or digging. So we're going to put it in there. On the 1st of July 1916, this here, this area where we are now, this was the front line. There, as you can see up there, look. Right, let's go and drop that in the water. The Thiepval Memorial, which is where Private King is buried, and he was the 2nd Battalion Lincolnshire Regiment, and he's remembered here at the Thiepval Memorial. He was killed on the 10th of November 1916, and there were 4 of them in his battalion that were killed together. And I read the war diary, and it was a gas shell that killed them, so bless them, they would have had a very unpleasant death. But we're laying a little cross of remembrance to him, because he was the great uncle of my stepfather, Walter Desmond King, and Roland King was from Scotter in Lincolnshire. Okay, we've located Roland King, and he's there. And this is my stepfather's uncle. He was remembered by many of his comrades. So at the top there it says Lincolnshire Regiment. And we've put this from my stepfather. So that you can know that he's remembered. May he rest in peace. There's so many of them. It's quite a massive construction actually. It's bigger than the Menin Gate. It's certainly got more names than the Menin Gate has. And I think Tracy's just going to sign the register now. Yeah. The Highland regiments that were involved in this one, or a lot of the Highland regiments were. But this Beaumont Hamel lies over there, and you can see the landscape there. It was called the Sunken Road, so it must have been quite difficult to get in and attack with this landscape. But this is where some of them have their final resting place. A lot of them are unidentified, but some of them you can see. That's the Highland Light Infantry, Lancashire Fusiliers, Border Regiment, Irish Rifles, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. There's a good mixture here. DLI, the Durham Light Infantry. Unfortunately here, a lot of the soldiers were not identified. And there you've got the Newfoundland Regiment. He was killed on the 1st of July, look. H. Barber, age 26. That was the start of the Somme offensive. 5th Canadian Mounted Rifles. He died on the 2nd of October, so this would have been the later offensive when they tried to push back. There's the Yorkshire Regiment. Gordon Highlanders. Highlanders again. King's Own Yorkshire, Middlesex. Quite a few of these dates now. 1st of July. Look at that, age 19. You can see here that somebody's had put in. This is your young lad here, Singleton, Lancashire Fusiliers, killed on the first day of the Somme, age 19, and his parents have had inscribed there, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, pray for him, R.I.P. Must have been very hard for family to lose people so young. Hell of a lot of 19-year-olds in here, Tracy. Yeah. Ah, there we go. There's a, well, actually, Royal Scots. Age 29. And right next to him, Devonshire. Known to be buried in this cemetery. Just spotted this at the side of the road, so we just stopped. Look at that, look. So we're going to have a closer look at that. You know, if I didn't know any, I'd say that was like the end of, you know, like, it looks like a tool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that is a very heavy piece of metal.
Don't break it.
And for all we know, that could be part of the mine that was, because they used sea mines and everything to get down there. You feel the weight of it? Or?
I will do in a bit,
yeah. But there you see, it's all just at the side of the road. It just keeps giving up its bounty. It's World War I bounty. We're staying at Mamet's Wood tonight. And there's a lovely sky. You'll get it in a minute. If I just hold it like that. There, look at that. Just get my mug out of it. There we go. Isn't that a beautiful sky? I wanted to stay under the shadow of the dragon tonight with a fellow Welshman who fought brave and hard here. And I haven't touched this, by the way, but I came in here just to get some kindling. And you see the crap that people chuck around here. But look at that. They're just sat there, look, just doing nothing. Right on top of a branch. You see what that is? That is a stick grenade. And if you look to the bottom there, look. Still got the pin in it, look. So that is pretty much live, and also, I'm not going to go near it, but there, can you see the top of it, look? The cap. Now that's the bit that you screw in, which has got the explosive, you know, the charge that sets it off. So that thing could still go boom. So over there, that's the Copse there, look, that's Flatiron Copse, which saw some very heavy fighting. Mamet's where we were today, where we found all them rounds in the ground. The colour of that sky. And just up there is the memorial to the Welsh Fusiliers, South Wales Borderers and the Welsh Regiment.